You're listening to the Electronic Media Collective Podcast Network. Yeah, it's a mouthful. For more great shows like the one you're about to enjoy, visit electronicmediacollective.com. And now, our feature presentation.
Hi, this is Del Morgado.
Hi, this is Tim Rose, who played Admiral Akbar in Return of the Jedi.
This is Kim Possible. Mandy Cowell here.
Hey everyone, it's Tammy Stronach from The Neverending Story.
This is Jeremy Taggart from the Taggart and Torrance podcast.
Hey, this is Loki Corn Cosplay.
Hey, I'm DJ Jenny Rock from Neil and Johnny Drink in the Park.
And I'm Neil Young from Neil and Johnny Drink in the Park. Johnny's best friend.
You're not my best friend.
You're my best friend.
Not.
Hello, this is Dr. Steve-O.
Hello, this is Andrew Chalmers, the writer and doctor in Doctor Who Dark Journey.
Hey, what's cracking, y'all? It's your boy J-Rock. You know, I'm Sierra Era Igra. You're listening to Droids Canada podcast.
Enjoy your chimichanga.
Warning. Listener discretion is advised.
That means there's a lot of fucking swearing.
Hello.
Hey, if you want to answer, ask.
All right. Hey, how you doing? Nice to meet you, John. Good to see you. I am Dan with Droids Canada, a.k.a. The Con Stranger. Now, I believe you would be probably the best person to ask any questions about The Flash, going from The Flash to The Flash. Now, how do you feel, being, I would say, an expert on Flash, how do you feel the character in the Justice League movie has been portrayed? Because I, myself, in that movie, I believe that character had the best progression of starting out as not knowing what to do, almost childlike, then to realizing his power and realizing that he is actually brave, and then continuing. How do you feel that progression was done from the beginning to the ending of the movie?
I think we've only seen the beginning, and I think that we'll see the progression hopefully in the Flash movie. My feeling, having played the character, is we just scratched the surface, because they pretty much used the Flash as the comic relief element in the Justice League, you know. And I think there's so much more to Barry Allen, and there's so much more to Ezra. So I look forward to them developing the deeper parts of his character and the heroic parts of his character, beyond the wide-eyed, innocent, oh golly gee, I'm so freaked out to be in the Batcave, which is, you know, adorable.
Oh yes.
But I look
But it is something I would believe that character would be like. Oh my God.
My only question is, how would you play Wally West to that Barry? Mm-hmm. Because there were so many elements of Wally West in that portrayal of Barry Allen, you know. So that's why I say I really look forward to the Flash movie. I look forward to seeing the development of him growing into the role, as Grant has done so magnificently, of playing the heroic, the everyman who really wants to do the right thing and is very sincere about wanting to do the right thing.
Oh yes.
You know.
And the growth of the father and son relationship, which brings me to 1998, Dawson's Creek.
Dawson's Creek.
Yes, Mitch Leery. I actually had the song downloaded. If I had more time, I would try to be playing it while we were talking about this. Now, season 5, The Fight. The bag of milk's in Canada, the carton of milk, and the dropping of the ice cream cone.
Yes.
Now, if Mitch Leery had one final piece of advice for Dawson, what would that be?
Pick up the ice cream. Let it melt on the carpet. You can clean the carpet. You know, there's more ice cream to be had. You know, I tell you, people, it was a controversial death, also because nobody saw it coming. Mm-hmm. And, but I loved it. There was something there was a sense of completion about it, because in the earlier episode, Dawson and Mitch are fighting. You're just following Joey around. What are you doing? I'm disappointed in you. I love you, but I'm disappointed in you. It was the last thing he said to his son. And then his son drank all the milk and he goes out. Then he talks to the guy at the convenience store who helps him put what his son needs to do in its proper place. And Mitch is able to let go of his ego, get some ice cream, turn on the radio, conflicts resolved, singing along to the radio. Oops. Oh, well, I'm not going to let that go to waste.
It caused tears in my household with my wife, who is an avid fan.
It's very funny. I have some Cuban friends in Atlanta, and they know my sister, Karen. And they called up the Cuban American friend, and they were like in tears, and they were saying, "Oh my God, he's dead! He's dead!" And my Cuban American friend said, "Fidel died?" And they went, "No, Karen's brother."
Excellent. Nice. But have yourself a wonderful, wonderful time here. You seem to be one of the Comic-Con greats. You know, keep
appreciate you saying
keep
that.
representing the Flash. Keep doing what you're doing. Now, I just have one final question for you, because in everything that you've done, you're a big guy. How much do you bench?
You know what? I've never benched heavy, and that's probably why at 63 years old I'm still fit, because I never went for the joint crushing heavy weights. But I spend 4 or 5 days, an hour and a half each time a week in the gym.
I can manage maybe just the bar. That's about it.
It's more about repetition and elasticity. And, that's one thing they said about Brett. They were like, the suit is, where are the muscles? And I'm like, no, man, it's aerodynamic. It's great. It's great for today. But no, there's no fountain of youth. Unfortunately, I'm here to attest to it. The closest thing you can come to is sweating it out at the gym.
You got it. John, thank you so much for your time. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Thank you, man.
Take care.
Thank you.
This podcast is a proud member of the Points of Interest Podcast Network. Visit us today at poipodcast.com.